Hello dear traders, you're watching the combined review of currency and commodity markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. The US dollar rose to its highest level in a week on Friday on US solid retail sales data, which suggested that the US economy remains in good shape and therefore the Federal Reserve will not need to cut interest rates when it meets on June 18-19. The euro-dollar pair reached a fresh one-week low at 1.1201 on Friday. Then it bounced modestly to the upside and ended the week by 130 pips below last Friday's close. Euro investors remain anxious that the European Central Bank could still take a more dovish shift on its monetary policy if the Eurozone data continues to disappoint investors. The pound slipped by 0.4% against the dollar to 1.2616 on Friday, down by 1.1% for the week, with most of the losses following the release of the US retail sales data. However, the selling pressure began on Thursday after Boris Johnson won the first round of votes for the new Tory leader and Prime Minister. There are concerns that the next UK Prime Minister is going to be unwilling to take the steps necessary to avoid a no-deal hard Brexit. The Australian versus the US dollar pair tumbled to its lowest level on Friday since the flash crash witnessed in January. For the week, the pair lost more than 100 pips after starting near the 0.70 mark. Disappointing employment data from Australia and the lack of positive developments surrounding the US-China trade conflict made it difficult for the Aussie to find demand. The price of Bitcoin crossed the $9,000 threshold on Sunday for the first time in more than a year. Investors have been bullish on Bitcoin recently, with optimism triggered by the expected announcement this week that Facebook will launch a new cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, oil prices ended the week lower despite Thursday's climb of more than 2% after an attack on two tankers in the Gulf of Oman, which triggered concerns about disruptions to the global oil supplies. August Brent crude gained 70 cents or 1.1% to settle at $62.01 a barrel on ICE Futures Europe. However, it ended down by 2% for the week. Meanwhile, West Texas Intermediate crude for July delivery rose by 23 cents or 0.4% to close at $52.51 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Prices lost 2.7% for the week. Gold futures finished the week with a modest gain after an earlier rise to a 14-month high. Gold for August delivery rose by 80 cents on Friday, or nearly 0.1%, to settle at $1,344.50 per ounce. Prices had climbed to as high as $1,362.20 during Friday's session, which was the highest intraday level since April 2018. Prices peaked amid uncertainty about the US-China trade relations and the Fed's plans for monetary policy. You've watched Combined Review of Financial Markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. See you back soon.